that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Shadow! Go!
Now Brady throwing on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Brady to throw again. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Mayfield. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And again, it's Mayfield. This is caught. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Baker Mayfield as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Brady. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to air one out. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The give is to Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mayfield on play action. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They stay on the ground with White. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Herndon's got it complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The Jets on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Crowell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And now out come the Patriots. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Wait, 20. Wait. Let's go.
On second down, here's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. Brady nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now White. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wait, set. 390. Wait, 20. We go. 29. Alpha.
Brady to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a carry for White. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On play action, it's Brady. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. It's a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Dancing to his left. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he hits his man, Matthews. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 43 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They'll run with White, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Go Bandit!
Here's White. Open space inside the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's caught right side by Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Mayfield. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and He's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what is on.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on fourth. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Roberts on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. New York set to take the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56.
Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of sad. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing on first down is Brady. Johnson, and Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Marquise Goodwin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
One play at a time now. Go.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Brady on third down. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Brady now to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Cole. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Brady going to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Gordon, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. Escapes the defender. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, 4 down.
Second down, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Brady going to look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Mayfield on play action. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Mayfield on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Brady going to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slide.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Were you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Pats, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll try to